How's it going, everybody? Welcome into the Jays Digest pregame show. I'm your host, Peter Vryonis, alongside Nick Gosse, and we're going to be getting into the Jays preview today of their game against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Super excited for this one. Some exciting storylines. Yusei Kikuchi, can he continue his hot spring? Ricky Tiedemann is going to get an inning out there. Yasser Zulueta, Addison Barger is in the lineup, and it's just an overall decent lineup for the Pirates as well. So I'm super excited for this one.
Yeah, obviously yesterday felt weird not having a game, not having a game preview stream or any video for the games, but we're back and we'll be playing now for the Jays will be playing now for the next few days, and it's exciting. So let's just get into the lineup preview and make sure to comment your thoughts on the Jays lineup today, which is a very, very good one. What's up, Owen, Ocean View, Matthew, Chuck, Adam? Let's get into the lineups. This is the Blue Jays lineup today. You have Merrifield leading off, followed by Bichette, Varsho, Santiago Espinal, Kevin Biggio, Kevin Kiermaier, Addison Barger, Nathan Lucas, and Rob Brantley. What are your thoughts on that lineup with Kikuchi taking the bump, Peter? It's a pretty, we talked about it a bit before. It's a pretty stacked lineup there today. Obviously, Vladdy's still nursing his injury, but pretty solid overall. Lots of good storylines, like you said.
Yeah, especially for an away game. I think there's a ceremony before the game, if I'm not mistaken. It's like some type of military ceremony before the game, so I think that's why there's a lot of star players in the lineup today for the Jays. I'm excited to see if Bo Bichette can keep up his hot spring. He's been crushing the ball, hitting the ball very hard, and
whoa,
facade.
Okay,
hello, lads. I hope
okay.
you're stellar. Been away for too long, illness and work, and I have Depot to attend in 20 minutes. Can't wait for opening day. All the best. Well, very glad to see you back here, Facade. Thank you for your generosity. It knows no bounds. I hope everything is well with you and your father as well. We're also super excited for opening day. So thank you so much for your generosity. Appreciate it.
Thank you. I know you've been commenting and we've been responding, and I know you've been meaning to catch a stream, so we're glad to see you in here, and hopefully we'll see you in here more often. And very, very generous of you. Thank you. Everyone's saying Facade. Yeah, Facade is very kind. Thank you so much. He is a legend. We do appreciate it. And hopefully you have a good a day at work or depot, whatever you're attending. Hopefully that'll fly by, and maybe you'll be able to catch a bit of the game. But thank you very much, Facade. I kind of took me off guard there. Amazing. Thank you, Facade. And I guess we'll get back into the lineup. He is a real one. We'll get back in the lineup preview, but Facade, thank you again. It means a lot. It really does.
Yeah, definitely. And Yusei Kikuchi, can he keep it going? That's the big thing as well. Nathan Lucas, I've been very impressed with him in the outfield. Very fast player. I did not think he had that type of speed. I know he stole like 20 bases last year in the minors, but he's looked real good in the spring.
Yeah, Kikuchi has been unbelievable.
Oh my god.
Facade again with
man.
another $50. Facade, thank you again from the whole community. You guys rock. Wow, thank you so much, Facade. And I guess I'll get to Kikuchi in a sec. He does double down. I'll give you 2 super chat things. Facade for MVP, absolutely. And I don't know, it means the support we've been getting has been unbelievable, and I know me and Peter get very excited every single day that we get to hop on these game previews and the post games, but Facade, that means so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Wow. Wow, okay.
Sheesh, Facade for MVP. He is wishing you only positive things. Yeah, we all wish you positive things, and I'm glad you're able to tune in, and Facade Stream MVP, Red Sheet, how you doing? Yeah, he is definitely the Stream MVP. And we appreciate it, Facade, and we're live almost every day. So anytime you can tune in and say hi, it's great. But thanks again, Facade. I'll give you one last super chat animation, and then we'll get back into the Yusei Kikuchi talk. Yeah, Yusei Kikuchi has been unbelievable, and I'll pop up the lineup again here. And Kikuchi's been great, and I'm curious to see how he goes up against the Pirates lineup, which I'll show you now. With Castro, of course, we have a couple powerhouse players in the lineup today: Brian Reynolds, McCutchen, Santana, Sawinski, Triolo, Cannon, Hedges, Bay, Jiwon Bay, and Mitch Keller. Y'all have a great day. I'll catch a replay later tonight. Be safe and be well. Thank you, Facade, and we'll also have a video tonight breaking down the game in case you weren't able to make it.
Take care. Thank you for all your generosity. Appreciate it.
Absolutely, Chuck. And yeah, so this is the Pirates lineup there, and have a good day, Facade. But this is the Pirates lineup, and Yusei Kikuchi, he's gonna have to face Brian Reynolds. He's gonna have to face Andrew McCutchen. So I don't know. Maybe do you think he'll continue his hot stretch? That's the question that everyone wants to wants to know, and I'm very very curious to see.
It's just all about the control for him. Like, I don't care if he gets hit hard today. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he has a stinker every now and then, but he's just got to stay in the strike zone. That's been the big issue for him in the past couple of years. He just can't locate his pitches, and then he hangs his secondary pitches, and it's just that those make for short outings, and those make for your bullpen, suffering through an entire week. So if Yusei Kikuchi can just keep the control going, not walk too many guys, then that's all I want to see out of him. This is a good lineup out of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Brian Reynolds is an elite offensive player, might be one of the best hitting outfielders in the league, maybe behind Aaron Judge. He's up there. He's up there with those elite guys. And Andrew McCutchen mashes against lefties. Rodolfo Castro also hits very well against lefties. So it'll be a good test for Yusei.
Yeah, it will be a very very good test. And in case you guys also want to know the bullpen order for today. So obviously Addison Barger is also playing, which is going to be a big storyline. But Ricky Tiedemann is set to pitch, which I know everyone's excited about, and we talked about it in yesterday's stream a bit. We were expecting that. Yasser Zualeta and Zach Pop are all in line to pitch today, all of which, you know, very intriguing names. Lots of velocity there with Tiedemann and Zualeta, and Matt Ricky T does indeed pitch today, which is very, very good and super excited to see that. I think that's kind of the main storyline for today's game. Obviously, Yusei Kikuchi as well, but maybe he goes 1 inning, maybe he goes 2 innings, but either way, seeing him out there is super, super exciting. And I don't know.
Say 1 inning.
1 inning,
Yeah.
probably, yeah. It's
Yeah.
exciting, and Ricky T pitches today. Too much to ask for, but I'm really hoping Kutch has an all-star year. Yeah, and exciting to see him, play obviously in a televised game. And I'll give you a final look at the lineup before we move on to the next topic there. But again, this is the Blue Jays lineup. Lots of our regulars in there, and Barger is playing DH as well, which is very very interesting. He's not in the field today, so curious to see how he hits. And and then the Pirates here line up as well with Jack Swinski, Triolo, Hedges, Bay. How do these random guys on Twitter know what people are pitching? He's a Blue Jays writer, but I think he just took this from, I think someone tweeted, like Ben Nicholson Smith or someone probably tweeted or said it somewhere. But Tiedemann apparently
He writes for Yahoo Sports.
Yeah, he writes for Yahoo Sports. Tiedemann apparently more than 1 inning today. Got put earlier today.
Really?
Okay, that'd be interesting.
Okay.
Though, of course, it obviously depends on how he does, but that'll be very interesting to see. And then Yasser Zualeta as well. But yeah, that's the lineup previews. A very exciting lineup. Make sure to hit the like button and hit the subscribe button if you like the daily streams. We've been doing daily streams and daily videos, so hopefully you've been enjoying those. But let's move on to the rapid fire question segment. And I don't know if you have any questions, Peter. I have a couple that I can shoot out here, but
Yeah, I got one, but you go first.
okay, we'll start with mine, and we'll stay on the Ricky Tiedemann train, so you guys can answer these questions in the comments alongside, I guess, Peter when I ask him, and of course me when he asks me. But do you think Ricky Tiedemann will pitch more or less than 7 games this season? Bullpen, give me bullpen.
With the Blue Jays?
Yep, with the Blue Jays.
Less.
Okay.
Less. You?
Less. Yeah, I'm gonna also go with less. He probably pitches like 5 or 6. It just depends on. I don't know. It's a tough question because I was gonna go 5, but I don't know. With 7 games, not innings, games. That is just to make it clear. So this is 7 appearances, assuming out of the bullpen for Ricky Tiedemann. And he could be a September call up. He could get. I don't know if he gets 7 in if he comes up in September. We have 1 more, 1 less. And do you have any reasoning behind your less? You just don't think he's gonna get called up, or you think he just rides AAA?
I don't think I don't think he's going to get called up unless the Jays really need him, or unless he's, pitching to like a .5 ERA in AAA, which is possible. He's a dominant arm, but I don't know. I don't think they should call him up this year unless they really need to. The pitching staff seems to be in a pretty good place, especially the bullpen. Okay, so you already have guys that are clawing their way to the major leagues, whether it be Nate Pearson, whether it be Zach Pop, whether it be Hagen Danner, Yasser Zualeta. All those guys are fighting for a spot in the bullpen, and you know what you have in them. So you don't want to. You want Ricky Tiedemann to be a starter. You don't want him to be a bullpen arm. So I say you hold off on him until he's fully ready to be in that starting rotation, and I think he will be next season. But you're committed to Yusei Kikuchi now. You're committed to your other 4 starters, so give him a little bit of time and let him start the season next year in the majors. Now, my next question here is also about Ricky Tiedemann. Do you think he pitches more or less than 95 innings in the minor leagues this year. Because remember,
Huh.
he pitched
Yeah,
78, I
I'm gonna go
believe, last
more.
year.
I'm gonna go more than 95. I think
More?
he starts, and I think he does really well, and I think he starts to ramp up. So I'm gonna go more, probably in the 110 range. For me, I'm curious to see what chat says. Chat says majority said less than 7 games in the majors. Someone said Mike Nola saying from the bullpen, ouch, 7 is a good line. Yeah, I just came up with 7. I figured it'd be definitely a tough one. He's way too raw. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with more than 95 innings in the minors, which also kind of correlates with the less than 7. So we have Calvin saying more. I think the broadcast have been saying about organization managing his workload is important. Definitely, I do think he.
Yeah,
I could see
I'd
a
go with
world.
more as
You go
well.
more as well. Yeah, I could see a world
Yeah.
where it's less, but in an ideal world, we want more. And that's a good point for
Hmm.
Chuck. If one of our starters go on the 60-day injured list, Ricky might be the top option. Besides that, I agree with Peter. Yeah, I mean, I think they would. I think the only way Ricky comes up is if, like, I feel like they would go to someone like Zach Thompson before they would go to Ricky Tiedemann. At least at the start of the year until he gets ramped up, and then maybe halfway through the year. If we let's hope. Let's not wish for or
Well,
hope for.
that's another thing. That's another thing. You know, they're so careful with the amount of innings that he pitched. They just shut him down last season with I think about 30 games to go in the minor league season. So, who's to say that's not going to happen again this year? They're very careful with their pitchers. And Alek Manoah, let's not use him as an example. He threw in college for years at West Virginia. You know, he got called up when he was 23 years old, not when he was 20. So we got to keep that in mind as well. It's not like a carbon copy of Alek Manoah type of projection. Alek Manoah was older and he forced the Blue Jays' hand. Yes, like he basically forced them to be called up to the major leagues, but he was also a lot more refined than Ricky Tiedemann is right now. The raw stuff is a lot better than Manoah's was early on in his minor league career, but I mean, he's still a pretty raw pitcher. He's 20 years old. He didn't even go to college, straight out of high school.
Did Manoah get called up as an injury replacement? Not directly, but yeah, essentially they were down a few
During a double,
starters.
it was
Yeah.
during a double header. It was during a double header that he got called up. So, also in the shortened season.
Hello, I'm Japanese. Kikuchi is good in USA. Kikuchi's been pitching very well. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, Kikuchi's been pitching very well so far for the Blue Jays this spring training. Had a bit of a rough year last year, but he's hoping for a bounce back year. We're all just way too excited to see Ricky. Yeah, and I guess I'll quickly ask the final one before we move on. Chris saying the Jays are not taking the Pearson route. Ricky Sloan said it. Yeah. We'll go for a Whit Merrifield question here because he's in the lineup today. He hasn't played much in spring training. Do we think he has an over or under 275 batting average come season's end? Over under
Mm,
275.
I'm gonna go under, but like just a little bit under, like maybe 268,
I'm gonna hit the
270.
I'm gonna hit the over. I'm gonna give Witt some. I think it's gonna be a
Okay.
280. That's my prediction. So over under 275. Manoah drafted at age 21. Ricky only 20 now. Yeah. He pitched 78.2 innings
Yeah.
last year between single A and double A. Yeah, he's gonna ramp it up. I think he gets into hopefully triple digits. Rachid's saying under 260. Okay. It's honestly very possible.
Alto Wedgie here said, remember they didn't just shut him down as precaution. He was showing signs of wearing out, but that's normal. You know, it was his first full pro season. So we're expecting, as good as he is, I think we're expecting way too much out of him. For him to jump from he pitched what, 2 or 3 innings in A ball
Regular season one.
in double A ball. So we're expecting him to make the jump from just like maybe a couple innings in double A to come to the majors by June or July or September. Like it just doesn't make sense, you know. And if they do rush him, they're gonna be sorry. So I'm gonna go. I don't think we see Ricky Tiedemann this year. I'd love to. I'd love to. Don't get me wrong. He's as excited as I've been for a pitching prospect since probably Nate Pearson. But look what happened to Nate Pearson. He hasn't been able to stay healthy, and he was rushed. You know, the Jays didn't take the right approach with him, and I don't want to see them make that same mistake with Ricky
I'm uh
Tiedemann.
I'm gonna take the fact that Ricky. I think Ricky Tiedemann does pitch at some point for the Jays this year, but who really knows? So under, over, under, over. great line. Maybe I should start making up lines. I'm pretty good at. So yeah, I'm gonna go with over. I think Wood hits around 280, but I could definitely you could easily make a case for the under. It's either one. And Zulu would get an opportunity before Tiedemann after Thompson too. So will Bowden Francis if he gets added to the 40 man. Yeah, I agree, Mantis. And I think if Tiedemann does get called up, it'll be more so just to see what he has in the major league level rather than throw him into the fire. But any final thoughts on that before we move on? We're around 9 minutes away from first pitch.
Yeah, Nick. I mean, wouldn't you rather see Ricky Tiedemann pitch out of the starting rotation as opposed to, him get prematurely called up and pitch a couple of innings out of the bullpen? I'd rather him like stick around with the minor league team and just develop over there, get as many innings as his arm can handle, and then go from there, as opposed to him just waiting around and being shoved into low leverage situations at the major league level. I don't know if that'll do him any good.
Yeah. I don't know. It's going to be tough. And maybe they do keep him down. Can I call him a push at 270? Yeah, you can. Alto Wedgie. Slightly over. Yeah, that was a good one. So let's move into the bold prediction segment. Make sure to hit the like button. But let's move into the bold prediction segment, which is obviously we'll have one bold prediction each. We're around 9 minutes away from first pitch. It's going to be a very, very exciting game. And Peter, what is your bold prediction? I'll pop up the lineup one more time for the game today.
Yusei Kikuchi gets 5 strikeouts in 3 innings of work.
Okay. Wow. Okay, that's one of your more tame bold
doable.
Predictions. I'm gonna go with Edison Berger hits a home run. Nathan Lucas hits a home run. Nathan Lucas and Berger both hit home runs. So I'm gonna go on the very
Back-to-back?
No, not back to back. Just in the same game. And I was gonna go with the Kikuchi line, but you took that. Kikuchi. Any bold predictions in the chat? Kikuchi 3 hitless innings. Berger goes yard. I like that one, Nick. I like that one. I just saw Billy Burns.
I'll add to it. Since you said it was tame, I'll add to it. Okay, so Kikuchi 5 strikeouts in 3 innings, and I'm gonna go. Ricky Tiedemann has
That's a good one.
a 6-pitch shutdown inning. 6 pitch.
Wow. Okay, that would be great. That would be
and then comes out for a 2nd inning as well.
Will Kikuchi get more walks or Ks? I think he gets more Ks. Tiedemann strikes out the side. I like that prediction a lot. Another 15-run game. I've been loving those. Adam saying I'm with you on Lucas home run. Bichette hits 2 homers and Berger hits 2 homers. Oh, and that is very, very bold. Okay. Kevin Kiermaier or Varsho robs a home run. I could see Varsho they've both been playing stellar defense. Kikuchi 3 hitless innings. Yeah, I can see Kikuchi going 3 innings as long as he pitches well.
Yeah, Calvin's got a question here. We see Manuel Beltre get an at-bat. I don't even think he's with the team at the facility, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. I haven't heard of him.
He's with the minor league. He's on the minor league side of the spring training facility. So I don't think we'll see Manuel Beltre. Maybe in 3 years. I think he's only still 16 or 17. He's going to be good, though.
Ricky T pitches 2 innings and strikes out 4, and everyone goes Kikuchi, who, once Kikuchi's out of the game, all eyes are going to be on Ricky, who I believe is following right after Kikuchi.
Absolutely.
Dawson Ned saying Espinal goes 2 for 3, a double and a single. I like that prediction a lot. No, it was a bold prediction.
It was a bold. It was a
very
bold. About as bold as you can get there. That's
like Noah saying
he's not even an adult. He's not an adult yet.
He was a pinch runner 2 times, so maybe he is in the facility then.
Was he?
Man, I haven't even noticed. There you go.
No. Manuel Beltre. No way.
I'll check. Between Lopez, Lucas, and Britton, who has the best odds to make the opening day roster, Peter? I'll let you answer that question.
I'd go with Otto Lopez right now. He's been so good. I mean, his bat to ball skills have been exceptional. So I think he's got the best chance out of the 3, and I hope he does make it because the guy's just a pure hitter, and he's so versatile, runs the bases well, and he's Canadian. Like, what's better than that?
I agree.
He had a run. Wow, okay, that's interesting.
There you go, Calvin.
Wow, okay. Well,
great prediction. There you go. I like your prediction. Then maybe he gets a hit tonight. Be nice to see Varsho finally get some good contact. Cool. He had a double. That was probably the best contact that he got. But let's move on to the chat Q&A section, which is basically what we're doing now anyways. But it'd be nice to see Varsho finally get some good contact. Yeah, he's been playing, he obviously had that hit last game, kind of picked it up, but he's been a bit rough at the plate. We looked at it yesterday, but Calvin, that's a good look. Well, I'm going to look out for him today. Maybe we'll see him in the dugout. I don't know why I haven't seen it. And I'm pretty sure Lopez could play almost everywhere. Yeah, Otto Lopez is versatile. I think by far the nicest or the most likely addition to the team there. And he hit at the major league level last year, very, very small sample size. But
Well, yeah, small sample
he hit
size.
very, very well.
But it's just he doesn't strike out, and he's always been a great contact hitter in the minor leagues. The only thing that's held him back, like from the prospect rankings and maybe getting a shot before some other guys, is the lack of power. It's just not there. But as a fourth outfielder who can run, who can play good defense wherever you put him, I mean, what more could you want out of your 13th position player? And there's a good question coming over here from the Yusei Kikuchi fan from earlier. How big is the WBC in America? Now, I don't think it's as big as it is in Japan, but I will tell you that I picked Japan to win the tournament. I think they have the most underrated team. Shohei Ohtani is by far the best player on the planet in today's game, and their pitching staff is just absolutely insane. They have multiple guys that throw 100 plus miles an hour and some very good offense too. Masataka Yoshida, Shohei Ohtani, and there's another guy that hit 30 plus home runs, I believe, in the Japanese league, who's their third baseman. So it's good. They're stacked.
And maybe some future MLB players there as well coming up. Lopez is playing in the WBC, so he'll get some good playing time leading up to opening day. Completely agree. Yes, the Vladdy and Otto connection might be something we need to see develop. Otto, I think there's a spot for him. He doesn't have much power, but he has everything else. And one more thing, Calvin saying I thought it was crazy too. I had to double check it was him. Yeah, I definitely. I just haven't heard his name much, and I guess that makes sense. I think we got a World Netherlands. You are correct, Chuck. Yep, there's the first one tonight.
Netherlands versus Puerto Rico today. And another thing about Otto Lopez, he's playing shortstop for Canada. So a lot of people have been against trading Santiago Espinal, and for good reason. He's the only backup shortstop on the roster. So God forbid anything happens to Bo Bichette. Who's next in line to play short? It's probably Santiago Espinal. But if Otto Lopez can take over that role, and Whit Merrifield and Kevin Biggio can hold down second base, then that makes Santiago Espinal expendable, and they could make the roster a lot better because Espinal's been having a great spring, and he's a very valuable player as well.
Especially with Biggio also playing very, very well. Mike Nola saying Ricky T excitement aside, Zach Pop looks in great form. He's the more senior player due up today. And the thing with Zach Pop is that he as of now, he's probably starting the season in AAA just because he has options. But you hate to see it, because he has some of the best raw stuff, and he probably has one of the best like pitches in the organization. So hopefully he does well today. But I'm just excited to see Ricky Tiedemann pitch and Yusei Kikuchi as well. It's a great you get Yusei Kikuchi, you get the whole the drama there, and then ramping right up into Tiedemann. And if we get Tiedemann 2 innings, I'm excited for the post game tonight to hopefully have some nice clips of some Ricky Tiedemann strikeouts for you.
Should we get a poll in the chat before game time? Should we think of a question and put it? I don't know. Let's think of one on the spot here.
That's a good one. We could just say who wins for our first poll. We could just see who wins the game. Yeah, now you see a connection with Bo. No way they trade him now. Game about to start. It is about to start. We'll do that. We'll do that next time. We'll think of one. We'll come up.
We know who's gonna win that poll.
Blue Jays.
Okay, let's say
that's a good one. That's a good one. We'll put that one in. More strikeouts, Kikuchi or Ricky. I like that one.
Well, no, that's not fair. That's not fair because Kikuchi's going for 3 innings today.
I guess, yeah.
So let's say, will the Blue Jays win by 4 or more runs? I think that's the question. Let's go with that.
All right, we'll ask. We'll start doing this.
We got 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes.
2 minutes before first pitch, or 1 minute now before first pitch. Who's gonna hit the first home run? Let's get the final votes in. Make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button before we wrap up here, as I know you all are excited to go watch the game, and we'll come up with a better question for the end of the next one too. But this is a cool question.
Yeah.
I would probably say no, but
you don't think so?
No, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. Who's gonna hit the first home run? I think Varsho might go yard as well today. I think Varsho might.
I think Bichette is due for one as well. I think he's due.
Yes, offense is humming right now.
Screenshots are popping up there.
Oh, my bad. Had tons of those are the screenshots from video the other day. Yes, offense is humming right now. Blue Jays today, check the Discord. Manuel Beltre posted he's playing in spring training, so that's good. Okay, so he is. That makes sense. Santiago will make opening day, but in your opinion, Otto over Santiago. All right, we're 1 minute away from game time. It's about to start. We'll let you all go enjoy the televised game on Sportsnet. Love to see a home run by Varsho. A home run by Varsho.
The poll?
I'm gonna close it right now. I'm gonna go
All
end
right.
poll, and we finished with the results, which were 85% think the Jays win by
Whoa!
4 more runs
Wow,
with 20 votes.
that's nuts.
I honestly could easily see it happening today.
Crazy people in here.
I
Crazy
agree with
people.
them though.
I
I
think
agree
so
with them
too. I
though.
think so too.
Simply
We're all
because
so nuts.
yeah, we're all crazy Blue Jays fans, but yeah, that'll wrap up the game preview. We will be back for tomorrow's game preview, and we'll also be back for tonight's game recap in video form. Thanks for the pregame show, guys. Great work as always. Thank you, Adam. We love doing them, and we'll continue the daily pregame show. Go enjoy the game, and if you get time or you want to check out our game recap tonight, make sure to you can do that, and we can discuss hopefully some crazy stuff. But go enjoy the game. Get to listen to Ben Wagner and Buck Martinez call the game, and enjoy it.
Yeah, thanks guys, and shout out to Facade as well, who's very generous to us always. So love that guy, love each and every one of you that took the time to listen today.
And we'll see you guys either tonight if you tune into the video or tomorrow for the live.